It's hard to believe that it was only 12 years ago that the first AIAT GB event was organised at Picton Castle in Wales by Lester Dagg. The result of these inaugural events, drawing from our grand British legacy of traditional BDS turnouts, is a regular calendar of 6 CIAT events all around Britain, attracting a regular and enthusiastic clan of competitors. Thanks to this founding group of enthusiasts, the popularity of traditional driving events has grown exponentially in the UK. Each event is now organised by its own committee, and all under the expert eye of Richard James, with the chair Rosemary Neal. The overriding message is always the same, one of friendship, positivity, and of course the love and welfare of our horses and our traditional carriages. For me, AIAT is a really good mix of showing and trials. So it's a sort of more genteel version of driving trials, if you like. So the skills count for lots of points, but the presentation side of it I love. And this is literally, it drew on all of my passions and skills.
It's an 1894 Jacksons of Edinburgh dog cart. It was in a state of repair when we bought it. I picked it up and took it straight to a guy called Rodney Ousby, who's no longer with us, and he restored it to its former glory. The idea of a dog cart would be a working carriage on an estate, i.e. you would have your shotgun. These are to hold your terriers. Your groom would be on the back. You would go out, the groom would get on the front, you would shoot your game or whatever you shot, and your terriers would work, i.e. with foxes or rabbits or whatever that happens to be. So it would go across your estate, and it would be a sporting carriage, a proper sporting carriage. We've got a tandem horn to blow if I'm coming home. As I say, this is a mutton and leg dog shotgun holder with the guns in 2 pieces. There is a gun in there, and it is an original, but I've had to have it decommissioned so that I can carry it legally. Although I have got a shotgun licence, it still wouldn't be allowed to. If you can get round here, you can see there's a gun in there, and that is comes apart, and then it's easy to go on the carriage. If you look at the ash, it's so beautiful. Everybody, even Crowfords, said what a beautiful carriage it is. It's just got it's so petite, whereas it's not. It's got the work in it, but it's still got the design, everything about it's got shape. You know, it's not sort of put together just to it would be somebody who was sporting, who was quite wealthy, you know, all the little touches. The lamps were with it, but I had to buy separately. There was a second one along, and they came with it originally, Jacksons of Edinburgh. You know, we've added bits to it, but not structurally. Just like we changed the cushions and the seats. Last time when we was at New Forest, we had because it gets real hard work. You know, I'm quite an aggressive driver, and the splinter bar broke, which Crowfords are now reinforced and done. Hopefully that's good. It's just a very, very pretty carriage in my opinion. It's something I really, especially since it was done up by Rodney. Rodney Ousby restored it and then 3 years later revarnished it. These colours, when I bought my coach, which is a Park Drag, a Shanks Park Drag, it came off of Sir Paul Nicholson. And this is the colours of the coach. He told me it was, well, yeah, I know it was the truth. It was Cambridge blue, because their family are Cambridge people. So we kept that as our sort of colours, Cambridge blue and cream. And it's on the harness. I'll get you a bit of harness. I rang him and asked him if I could have a set of harness, because the harness has got, this is the Vaux's Brewery motif, which came again with the coach, and he said no, I'm quite happy to let me use it on all our harness, so we've kept it, because they were Vaux's Brewery of Sunderland.
So these are Highland Frisian crosses, brother and sister. Well, we were just saying that the Highland is an ancient breed, and you can see the zebra markings on the legs, just more on this one perhaps, and on the other one's darker around there. And also the dun line goes all the way through the tail, and the withers all the way through, and that's the Highland coming out in them. But they're also very much Frisian in their build as well, so it's 50-50.
How long have that been?
Oh, about 10 years now. We've bred another 3 since. This mare, she came pregnant in foal, and the gelding that we use, our youngster who's now 6, is exactly the same colour. She then had another one, a lockdown baby, and he came out black, like the Frisian. So we were lucky to get one to add to our team. And then I've got a mouse dun, who's the other sister, who's grey, like a gunmetal grey, but still dun, and we call it a mouse dun. And she had a foal, put to a Frisian, and that one came out black as well. So I think we were just lucky to get we had one foal this colour. That must be quite a strong gene to come through, but yeah, they're lovely, really lovely. And you can just see the dapples coming through as they've been recently clipped, but one of ours doesn't seem to have dapples, but so yeah, they're very good natured, as Highlands and Frisians are both very good natured horses. So.
So I'm Jessie Bowden, and this is my ladies sporting phaeton. Phaeton because it's got 4 wheels. It is from 1890. It was originally used for horse driving trials, and it's still got its iron shod wheels. So it was barn stored after modern carriages came into use, and the traditional vehicles were a thing of the past sort of thing. So it's been barn stored since then. It's had a light restoration by Phoenix Carriages, just getting it back into the correct condition. So it did have a foot brake for horse driving trials, which wasn't in keeping with the original carriage, so that was removed. I drove it to Barney, who is a single pony, who looks a bit like a Welsh. We haven't got any papers for him, unfortunately. So there's an awful lot of work going into producing these turnouts, and all the cleaning and polishing that goes involved, and it's kind of nice to do it for a whole weekend rather than just for 30 minutes in a show ring. And I like the aspects that it's very different. You've got the presentation, so you've got the whole look of everything. You've got your drive, you've got your skills, you've got cones at the end. So it's an all-round competition, not just on one judge's opinion.
And it's a nice family occasion.
Yes, so my groom's got a little son, I've got 2 children here as well, and we'll have 2 grannies here to help us. So it takes quite a team effort, really.
I'm Rosemary Neal. I'm the chair of AIAT GB. I started off doing horse driving trials, but then I got too old to remember the routes around the obstacles and also too old to walk them enough to try and remember them. So then I switched to showing, and finally we got a Norfolk cart, an old Norfolk cart, and Liz Jarman and her late husband Steve said to us, well, you know, why don't you come to France and do an AIAT event, an Attelage event? And Martin and I had just bought a new lorry, and we thought, well, hell, why not? And that was my first AIAT event, which was in France, which was a big adventure and was absolutely amazing. And again, I got into AIAT because it combined everything I liked about carriage driving. So there was all of, I love the history, the whole heritage aspect of it. My partner is a master saddler, so he really enjoys all of the harness and that kind of thing. There's an element of competition, but it's not the only thing. And it's also extremely sociable, and that's what I also like about it. So eventually I got into the administrative side, organising events, because Richard James said, we have an opportunity to have an AIAT event at Sandringham. You'll organise it, won't you, Rosemary? So I'd obviously not taken that one step back when we were all stood in line as potential organisers. So I organised it, and it went very well, and I just, you know, people obviously thought, oh well, she can do this. And again, I forgot not to put my hand up, and I kept getting, oh, you can do this, Rosemary, can't you? You can do this, Rosemary, can't you?
Tell us through the carriage then.
It's a potter's gig of London. I think it's 1901. It's a pony gig. Obviously, I drive a tandem, but obviously this is where the wheelie horse will go in. Yeah, just cleaning what everybody hates, I think, cleaning all the brass on it every time. Doesn't last very long. Yeah.
So, how did this all start then?
It started from me, my daughter had horses, and we've done show jump. My lead horse is a show jumping horse, and we just really, she didn't start taking interest in the horses so much, so I said, right, okay, well, I didn't want to get rid of him in case he did come back, and we ended up breaking one to drive, and drove them as a pair. I went and got another one to go with it, a grey, obviously the pair of ponies, and I like the tandem, so I thought I'd have a go at it. People say you've got to be a bit mad to drive a tandem, but I don't know, I've always kind of done it, so really I've only been doing it about a year and a half, I think it is in total now. Last year was my first time driving tandem here, Ashfields. So yeah, so this is what I just enjoy it. I think it's great, really. Lucky with my horses, they make me look good, I think, really.
So you like all the traditional stuff?
Yeah, definitely 100%. Driving one-handed, driving all this old stuff, it's nice. It's a bit of work and cleaning and rushing around, but I said, but it is good. Yeah, and all the harness, obviously you've got to clean it the day before and make it all look nice and sparkling. But like I say, coming to these Attelages, they're really good and interesting, and all the people are nice, and it's really good, really interesting.
Everyone is very, very friendly and no one is judging you adversely. Everybody wants you to do well. And everybody has to start somewhere. So when we started, we were really not very successful at all, but you just keep going. And you know, I think the thing to say to people is just come along and give it a try, see if you like it. There'll always be somebody there to help you. There'll always be somebody there who wants to, you know, make sure that you have a good time. So, you know, give it a try.